lease because I wish I did. You know what I'm saying? Coming from me, I ain't gonna lie. Living in the past year, I lived in like 4 different apartments, and you know what I'm saying? I haven't finished any of the lease. What's that sound? I'm in the trap right now. My fault. I hear something outside. Y'all hear that? It's like 5 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I think it was somebody like having like I don't know what they were. I don't know what they're doing. You know how like, see, like that's the thing about living in the trap. That's why I moved, because it was like right out front the trap. People would just be laid outside, like on you know how like on a yard, on the lawn and shit, of the apartment shit by the gate. They all be there like posted up. I'm like, bro, I'm ready to start serving these things. Nah, but I'm like, bro, I'm gonna end up having to serve them or something. I'm walking past these motherfuckers every day. Y'all right here, y'all don't pay rent here. I gotta get some type of bread off y'all. Like, y'all too close to my vicinity. But look, this is why you shouldn't leave your apartment. Cause look, I only lived here for about a week and a half before I called it reps. Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. Me personally, I work a lot. I try to grind. I don't like to get finesse. I like to have my money's worth. I like to have good value. I just felt like with the community around here, with the appliances in the unit and just everything in general, I was like, bro, I think I should do a little bit better. So that's why I'm like, after I moved in, I left to broke the lease. Like I'm already gone, but like my thing is, I probably should have held it down some more. Cause looking at it now, it's like I low-key missed the trap. Like this apartment, yeah, like this ain't the newest type of gear up in there. This ain't the newest type of look at thing. Oh, I need to get these, bro. Almost left this in. But nah, it's not the newest stuff in this. But it works, bro. It's clean. It could have held it down, and it's a little bit cheaper than where I'm at. So I could have stacked that extra 100. Could have went to the business. Could have went to the brand, even though it was not much. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes it's better to stay down in that lease, because not any place is perfect, for real. Nowhere is perfect. You know what I'm saying? So wherever you at, as long as it's not the worst, you can deal with it. But this is why, bro, like stuff like this, I mean, yeah, that didn't bother me too bad. But the fridge and stove, I'm like, bro, if I could pay $100 more, give me a full-size toilet. Forgot that toilet's like a mini toilet. Give me a full-size toilet, newer shit. I'm gonna do it. So that's what I did. But now that I did, I'm like, dang, low-key the trap was a vibe. Like, shit feel like a bando. You know what I'm saying? Got the carpet in here. I laid up in here on the floor. I'm just like, dang, I could have maybe stayed in the trap. Like, this builds character. You know what I'm saying? It builds character. But another thing is, like, your credit. Like, getting these evictions, getting these lease breakages on your credit is not good. Even though at the end of the day, you can still get another crib and do other things. It's just not good to have them on there. I ain't gonna lie, I broke a few leases, and normally I would turn the keys in and communicate with them. Here, I didn't even get the reply. They're not replying back to my messages no more. Probably because this is the only spot I didn't pay nothing. The other apartments I was at least moved in, stayed there, paid like a couple months of rent, then I dipped. Here, bro, I paid the admin fee, and for some reason, it returned it a few days later. Like, they rejected, like, it didn't go through. And then the November rent came, and I never paid that either. So I haven't paid these people that I'm here. I haven't paid nothing for this. I didn't even pay to apply. And after I've been trying to, like, say, like, hey, gotta get an extension, now I pay y'all. They haven't replied. I've been trying to figure out if I can turn the keys in. They didn't reply. And they already put the notice on the door. So I'm like, yeah, they probably gonna really do the real eviction process. They're gonna do the real eviction shit. So I don't know what they're gonna do to that with credit, but I know they're gonna really try to do something. I know it's not good. I ain't paid them nothing, but hey, I can explain. Because, for example, bro, they finessed me, I finessed them back, bro. Like, I did an apartment tour. I'm gonna keep saying it. I did an apartment tour of a unit. They fucking swapped the unit out when I got there on move-in day. They were like, oh yeah, we got this other unit for you, boom. I'm like, what? I had to call, set up the gas electric at the whole other unit. I called, set up the electric, the APS. Then when it's time to really move in, I had to cancel that and be like, yo, wait, that unit is the wrong one. Let me switch it to this other unit. So then I had to wait more days. It was a whole like, I should have probably, I ain't gonna lie, listen to this. Be smarter, bro. Like, be more strict. Like, I should have went with the red flags. I should have, when they was like, they swap units, I should have been like, oh, why y'all swap the units? I'm like, oh, I'm good. Or I should have looked at it first and like, looked at both units. Like, all right, I mean, like, let me see the first unit and then let me go see the other unit. Like, instead of me being like, all right, it's cool, let me see the unit. Because I forgot what the other one looked like. So you got to really be on your P's and Q's. You got to be like, let me see the first unit first and let me see the other one. But like, you shouldn't even let them finesse you like that. Playing around games and all that. But the main reason I'm like, don't want to break the lease because, yeah, I got here in the trap. I could have held it down, could have made it work. But I was kind of uncomfortable with the, not uncomfortable, I just didn't fuck with the neighborhood, didn't fuck with the vibe of moving in and everything. And I felt like for the extra money, I actually get more. Cool. Now I'm at another spot, right? My plan now is to hold it down, stay the whole lease. Yeah, it's not perfect, but I'm like, let me get some good rental history in there. Look, I ain't gonna lie, out of all the apartments motherfucker had in their life, me, I had a few. I had more than the 4 I lived here, but out of all them, I'm really trying to stay the whole lease this time. I ain't gonna lie, I need to stay the whole lease, have some good rental history. That way you can move to other spots. That way it's like, come on, gang, you rented before, you don't have no good rental history? Crazy. So it's like, this is my shot right here. But I'm telling y'all, don't be jumping leases because nowhere is perfect, bro. You might think shit's really bad, then you move, and you look back like, dang, really could have made it work. Like, let me know in the comments why you had to break your lease, or if you think about it, and I can maybe push you in direction, like see if it's worth it or not. Because I mean, sometimes the problems don't really be that bad. And but yeah, if you ever had to do it, it's understandable, bro. I do it all the time. It's not a good thing though, but I did it a few times, bro. I broke a few different leases. It really be like that. Now, another reason I'm saying don't break a lease too early is because one, I remember I had a loft apartment. It was nice, but it had a bunch of maintenance requests. And I was just tired of doing all the maintenance requests because I seen maintenance every week on some different shit. Something different. I'm like, and it was too expensive. So I'm like, bro, I broke that lease. Looking back, I'm like, nah, it would have been hard to have kept that one, right? But the cost was just too much for, I ain't gonna lie. Paying like $2,000, $2,300 for a studio loft out here. I'm like, that's LA rent right there. That's crazy. Out here in Phoenix, of course. Boom. Got another apartment by the lake. It was decently priced. It was a studio though. Another studio, but this one didn't have no loft, so no view. It was first floor. I had these loud upstairs neighbors, and I didn't have a car. So I felt like I'm paying my whole work check to stay in a little studio, and I had loud upstairs neighbors, and it just, I didn't even have no friends. I didn't have no people over. It wasn't, I thought it was a decent spot. Like, it was a decent spot, like clean, all that, by a good location, but it just wasn't hitting for some reason. It wasn't hitting crazy. It wasn't able to have no fun, interact, nothing. It was just like dead. I'm just like, bro, I'm done with this. I mean, that's why I left that one. Looking back on that, I'm like, shit, it would have been cool to maybe made it work a little bit. Maybe see something I can make it work. Maybe, I don't know. But I remember them upstairs neighbors, they was dropping dumbbells and shit. I'll never forget that, bro. I'm like, bro, it sounded like they was really dropping dumbbell weights. Like let me get the fuck up out of here, bro. But, sometimes I really feel like you gotta really, instead of just jumping into getting the keys, I know it's exciting to get keys and get approved, but like really know you wanna live there first. Like, don't go somewhere and get approved and be like, yeah, this is the spot. You need to get multiple approvals. You need to get like, you need to do like a good amount of research. You need to really make sure that spot's the one you wanna be at. Cause for example, me, I broke this lease right here, you know what I'm saying? And I'm now at another apartment. So like while I was here and going through it, I'm like, shit, I don't fuck with it. Let me apply somewhere else. They let me apply for free, and I got accepted within a few days. So I'm like, shit, they accepted me, I'm gone. Let me straight took my check and just paid for the moving costs there. And that's how that worked. But now that I moved in, I'm realizing like, bro, this crib is far. Like the other spot is far from my job, bro. I never even toured it. Because it looked like it was a new apartment online. They had a virtual tour, and I'd be working nonstop. So it really wasn't no time for me to tour it. Unless I waited for the weekend. But I just didn't even feel like waiting. I'm like, let me go ahead and apply now, and then I'll tour it later or whatever. But I didn't even end up touring. I got approved, moved in, and now I'm realizing like, bro, this is it's far away. Like, why did I move so far? The spot is decent, but why did I move so far? But it is what it is. It's a good area. It's a cool area, but it's like, for my situation right now with no car, I don't know why would I move further from work. I move way further from work, making it way harder for me right now, but that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes you rush into certain things, like, you're not really thinking clearly. And that's the one thing where it's like, I understand. Because sometimes, bro, when you by yourself, when you going through life and there's a lot going on, you're not even able to think clearly. When you're in survival mode, sometimes you're just trying to do, like, what you can do, bro. You're not even really able to really think things through all the way. That's why I'm making this video. That's why I'm making this channel, so, like, we can think shit through together. Like, you see my videos, you can learn from it. Like, okay, dang, he did that. He's telling us to do this. Like, all right, I'm learning from what he's saying. And then in the comments as well, y'all comment your stories, comment your experience. I'll reply. I want y'all to reply to each other, keep each other, like, on game, so we can help each other out and shit. I ain't gonna lie, we could really get further as a community. This grind that I'm showing y'all right now, it's all of us together. Like, I'm sharing the grind from the bottom so we can all come up together, bro. Like, I hope y'all grinding with me. You feel me? Grind with me, bro. Like, look, I'm ready to go into this job in about an hour. I'm finna do this shift. I'm finna grind it out. Taking the bus up there, you know what I'm saying? Taking the train up there, ready to grind it out. You get off work, catch the bus train back to the spot to prepare for work again later today at the second job. All to pay rent, all to stack up to get a car, all part of the process. Cause I ain't gonna lie, apartment hopping and all that is really expensive, I ain't gonna lie. All them move-in costs and trying to get furniture and all that shit, like, gang. That's probably why it's so hard if you go, like, moving around is expensive, bro. That shit costs money, bro. You wanna stay down. Stay at one spot for a good year. And if you ever feel like you wanna move or uncomfortable, think about it like this. All the money you already spend on moving, maybe take a trip. Or if you maybe, instead of move somewhere, you took a trip, or that moving cost, you maybe put that into your crib to make it better. Something like that. What about that? Take a trip, come back to the crib. You might have a different thought about it when you come back. Or, you feel me, like I said, instead of moving, maybe get something to make it better. Who knows? But I'm just sharing my thoughts. I'm gonna remember this trap right here. It's cool. It's roomy in here, bro. It really feel like the vacant. I feel like the bando. But don't break your lease so early, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I signed this lease for the new crib about 4 or 5 days ago, and I'm on there for a whole year. It's actually like 14 months or something. So I'm like, all right, bro, don't F this up. I low-key am feeling like already, like, I don't know if I really want to be there. Cause like, it's really far, but the spot's nice. I know if I had a car, I'd be cool, but I'm like, dang, well, I'm out the way. I probably should have stayed downtown, but even though I know I'm feeling like trying maybe, I ain't gonna lie, I'm already messaging other places to go on more tours, but I'm not gonna break the lease again. Like, breaking too many leases is not good, bro. And it might F you up later. So I'd say get some good rental history, get somewhere where you can hold it down. Maybe if it's not even a full year, you sign a short lease, stay the short lease. I've been normally doing the 12 months just because it's easier, and the year goes by really fast. So I ain't never finished a 12-month lease before. It's my first time trying to do it for real, or like really trying to lock in. Like, I always been locked in, but now I'm really serious. After I broke like 3 leases in this year, or within the past year, I'm like, yeah, I got locked in. I signed a lease a few days ago. I'm set for a year. I'm like, yeah, stay there. So y'all stay tapped in. Y'all gonna see if everything stays cool. Doesn't mean you can't look around at other spots and do other stuff, but be responsible for your bills. Stay where you at. Have like a main location and maybe find a little side spot. Maybe do some other stuff, but don't keep breaking leases early. No place is perfect. You know what I'm saying? You might break a lease, go somewhere else and it's worse. Or you might break a lease, go somewhere and it's slightly better. Make sure like now your credit's worse. So it's always going to be some type of thing you gotta worry about. So as long as you can hold it down, and be on good terms with your people and all that. I ain't gonna lie, moving in here, I remember they gave me a scooter. They had a look. Let me tell you more about the finesse though. They was like, yeah, bro, when I remember when I first did the tour, they're like, yeah, we got a move-in special. You apply now, you'll have the whole month of November for free. All you gotta do is just pay us the admin fee. Bro, I applied for free, they approved me. They're like, all right, bet. Here's the unit. Go ahead, set up the gas, electric, it's all this shit. I'm like, let me set it up. I actually set all that shit up. They're like, oh shit, you actually set it up? All right, cool. Can you come in this Friday? I'm like, all right, cool. Let me come in Friday. Boom, got there. They didn't even, they were like, all right, cool, I got there Friday. They're like, yeah, so pretty much the movement special is gone because we sold a lot of units this week. But we can give you a discount. We'll give you like a couple $100 off, but we can't do the free month anymore. Like, what? Then I'm like, I'm already there. I'm not trying to sound like too broke. So I'm like, shit, yeah, a couple $100 off, that's cool, I'm good. Whole time, bro, if they say they gonna do a free month, do their free month, bro. I'm like, y'all changing it now, bro? What the fuck? I should have just dipped right there. I should be like, oh, no, y'all trying to change it on me. Now I'm good. Thank you, though. But shit, I went with it anyway. That's when they also had, like, in the leasing office, they had, like, different, like, gift bags there. Like, yeah, bro, everyone that gets a new unit, you can either get a gift bag. They had an electric scooter right there. One of them, like, cheap ones, though. It wasn't nothing crazy. But it was, like, a decent electric scooter right there. Like, one of them, like, Joyride, some shit. I don't know what it was. But it wasn't like one of them fast ass ones, but it was like one of them little, you feel me, cool ones. Faster than like a Lime, but like not them like off-road trips or nothing. Boom, they had a little electric scooter right there. They even said like, yeah, we can give you a 50-inch TV for free, but they didn't have it in the office. So I'm like, shit, I can get a free 50-inch TV. I'm like, let me get the TV. I said that at first. Let me get the TV. Then I'm like, damn, they don't even have it here. They said, yeah, they gotta talk to management. They might get it ordered and all that. I'm like, yeah, let me just go ahead and take the scooter. That way, when I got the keys that day in the office, I just took the scooter from the office and just, you feel me, dip right there with it. So I'm like, let me just get everything right now. Got the keys, got the scooter. And bro, that scooter, bro, was broken. I didn't know till I got home and realized, like, I was trying to ride around that day. Bro, the battery would have a malfunction. Like, the power button would be pressed all the way in and it would, like, the scooter would just cut on and off every, like, 10 seconds. So I'm over here driving in the middle of the street and then the scooter just shut off. And I'm just sitting there like, what's going on? Pressing the button, nothing's happening. Scooter cuts back on 10 seconds later. I'm like, all right, get on. It cuts off. So now I'm like, bro, they finessed me. Now I'm walking the scooter back home. Ended up like figuring out like the button would be stuck some random times. Like it was a malfunctioning scooter pretty much. Like this scooter was not new and they had problems. They probably knew about it, bro, because, bro, the first day I remember like it stopped on me. I'm like, bro, it's stopping on me, but it had a battery malfunctions and shit. They gave me the charger for it. I took it back to the spot, charged it up. And I remember one night, it was like, just kept turning on and off. And then the next night, you feel me, it might have been cool. Like, it might have really charged, really worked. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, it's like glitchy. Ended up selling the scooter. Ended up selling the scooter for $100. Let me go ahead and sell that real quick. And, yeah, that's the story. And now I'm gone. You feel me? Now I'm gone. I left the apartment pretty much how they gave it to me. For example, this is the fireplace, right? Where is the chimney? And is this here for decoration? Because what does this do? This is not doing anything. Is this here like this for like the look of it, bro? This ain't no way this really work, bro. Unless they said. But yeah, bro, don't break your lease too soon. That's why I moved, and that's the story, bro. Oh my.